Hey, I am Mustafa Sharif. Thank you so much for listening to Urbanistica podcast. I'm super excited about this episode because I'm going to interview one of my great friends here in Stockholm. We're gonna talk about how is it to move to Sweden. We're gonna talk about the career shift. We're gonna talk about many other interesting things. I have the pleasure to welcome Cristina Söderberg to Urbanistica podcast. Hey, and welcome, Cristina.
Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. This is going to be really exciting.
Yes, I'm really happy that you're here and thank you so much for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
Take it a bit closer to you.
Really?
Yeah, like this. So, Christina, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am enjoying the good moments, especially the weather here in Sweden is fantastic.
Yeah, now it's summer. Can we say it's officially summer or still in the summer vibes?
Summer vibes always. And yeah, even though we have been having a little bit rain, it's also good for the nature. So I am okay. I'm okay. It's warmer.
Nice. And I love something in you that you're always smiling.
Yeah, it's a lot of reasons to smile.
Yeah.
One of those reasons is that when you smile, people smile back.
That's true.
Can't avoid it.
That's true.
You're smiling now.
I totally agree with you. Did you also smile when it's COVID-19? How is it going?
How is it going?
With your life during the COVID-19?
Yeah.
Did you adjust to the new normal?
I'm a person that adapts quite fast to changes. It has been a journey, absolutely. We all have tough moments. For me, it has been a little bit hard the fact that my father is where I come from, Peru, and he is developing a little bit anxiety. So I am having calls with him every day with my sister together, and yeah, he's getting better. Things are not as softly or smoothly as they are here, but but he's moving to a better spot right now.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy. It's a journey, but it's we're doing it together.
Yes.
As a family.
Yes, you also have a very interesting journey here, moving from Peru to Sweden and shifting in career and many interesting stuff that I would love to that you share with us. So you are our storyteller for this episode, and you're also a storyteller in the real life. So how would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us about your passion.
Yeah, how would I introduce myself? That's a good question, Mustafa. I would say that, yeah, I'm driven by who I am. I'm driven by a curiosity that is always there, trying to understand. I want to understand people, I want to understand things. And when I want to understand, I look for knowledge. And when I start learning stuff, then I got many other perspectives, and it's easier to be aware of other things going around. Yeah, during that journey, you become a little bit wiser. You can even be happy about your mistakes because you understand that if you do things better, once again, those mistakes lead you to the sweet spot you reach later on.
Yeah. So you're passionate about trying new things, doing mistakes, learning, and move forward.
Moving forward, it's like I'm an explorer here. I'm exploring everything.
Yeah. And how about your academic background?
Yeah, the academic background is also very broad. It started as in business management, and then a lot of numbers going on because I'm a very logic person, but somehow I realized I'm not so logic. I'm also an artist. But I'm very driven to understand things. So behavior science, later on, neuro-linguistic programming, coaching, and many other things that I don't remember, but languages have been also a very interesting and relevant element, because then I can communicate with other people.
Yeah. And this is your favorite part, the communication and storytelling.
Yeah, I don't know why why communication was not on the first place when I was younger.
And by the way, for all the listeners, me and Cristina working in TEDx Stockholm, TED Talk, and Christina's a really great coach. I'm really enjoying the time we spend in the TEDx Stockholm team.
Yeah, that's a fantastic team.
Yeah.
I enjoy the time coaching the speakers and working with the communications.
Yeah, again. So, Cristina, tell us about your story. When you moved to Sweden, tell us, how was it in the beginning? Did you feel that you become part of the society?
When I got the green light to come and everything was ready to meet my then boyfriend, now husband, I felt very welcome. So once I arrived, I felt I was in the right place.
When was it?
Yeah, it was back in 1998, and it was the warmest summer I ever experienced before.
And you're from Peru?
I'm from Peru, but I was earlier, before I came to Sweden, where I met my husband, in Norway.
Okay.
And I always heard that, Scandinavia is cold. It was not cold at all. It was very warm. So, and people were very friendly. I now understand that probably I was the Peruvian style. It's like trying to have a conversation in the bus, train with people that
Being
you don't
social.
know. Extra social, very social. And I understand now that probably I put people in a situation that, for you, but they always talk.
Yeah.
And have that conversation with me, and they were nice.
Is it true that Swedish people are too cold and it's impossible to talk with?
No, not from my experience, not at all. What I could say is that in the beginning, probably you might experience like a little bit like, okay, who are you? I just want to understand you as well. A little reserved, but once you start being genuine and talk to them, and they get it very fast that, oh, you're just being friendly. They are very warm and friendly. I made a lot of friends the first week.
Oh wow!
A lot of friends everywhere.
From talking on the bus station.
I even met one person, and I can tell you later on, that helped me to find a job.
Wow, yeah. It's coming in the story.
It's coming in the story.
But I totally agree with you that in the beginning, before I moved to Sweden, many people told me that Swedish people are cold, it will be difficult to make friends and so on. But when I moved here, actually, with English, they are fine. Even if you don't speak English or any other language, they are very happy to help, very glad to help. So
very helpful.
Yeah. So when you moved to Sweden, you didn't feel that, okay, this is a new country, I want to come back home, I don't feel that I'm part of this?
Not in that way. When I came, of course, a lot of things, the culture was different. A lot of things that were very, very different. Like, for example, one thing that I could say was completely different than the way we do it in Peru is that to schedule things. Let's schedule.
Okay.
The calendar. We have to check if I can do this.
Yeah.
And that's completely fine for me. I believe that is good. But when you're from Peru, you just are so spontaneous. You're just like, I come tomorrow, or I go and visit you without even telling you, right?
Oh no.
Yeah. So, like, for example, back in my days in Peru, you could just have people coming and just knocking your door. Hello, friends. Okay, I'm staying. Okay, let's fix food because this one is going to stay longer than we were expecting, and it's okay. So I understood very, very fast that the interaction is different. That you have to schedule things, that you have to talk first and plan.
Yeah. So you adopted a system of time management here and scheduling things.
Yes, because I am a very structured person. So always I was like, when I was in Peru, that, oh my God, it would be nice to probably schedule it somewhere here. And when we came in, perfect. Then you know who's coming and you have time to fix things, but both things are nice. So, be spontaneous is also great.
Yeah.
But I adapted very fast to that.
Did you experience that? Did you move to Stockholm, by the way, in the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in Stockholm.
So did you feel or still feeling that Stockholm provides you the physical atmosphere so you can meet people like in the park or somewhere else, the architecture and the urban design?
Yeah, I loved the architecture, especially in the city, and the parks. Oh, the parks were my favorite place. Always things were in the right place, so well structured and so clean. I was like, oh, I was very surprised when people were being very aware about putting things in the trash and keeping the city clean. And I was like, this is life, this is a dream. So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you felt welcome, like seeing clean places, seeing the parks. Did you interact with people?
I interacted a lot with people. I remember I saw an old lady in the bank in this park, and I was just like, I need to talk. I need to say something in Swedish, but I don't know. I can say like nice weather, fint, or something like that. I go on, and she was smoking, and I just sit down. I said, "Nice weather, isn't it?" in Swedish, and I said, "Yeah, cigarette." And I was like, "I don't smoke, but okay, I'll take it." I was like, "Okay, just for this time." And then we talk. She corrected me things, and then she asked me where I was studying, but I was not even studying. I was learning by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are the other spots in the city that you like to be there?
Yeah, I loved T-Centralen,
The central
the central station.
Or
Yeah,
the downtown.
the downtown. Yes, it was very nice.
You mean T-Centralen, the main square?
The main square.
Yeah,
Yes, T-Centralen. But I loved this other place where the Rosette duo played Fading Like a Flower. I saw it. Where is it? I will tell you when I remember. But there is a spot in the video where you see Marie Fredriksson singing, and when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I'm there, because I'm a fan of Rosette.
Yeah.
So Gamla Stan is, the whole city is beautiful. And you get like lost in this small city, but so charming. And yeah.
And how about the public transportation? Do you use the public transportation?
Yeah, it was somehow a new experience for me because we didn't have train there. So the metro was new for me, and I was very confused. I'm not good orientating myself, not at all. So I ended everywhere, but not where I should be. And then I panic a little bit, and then I just calm down, and then I learned how to calm down very quick.
Yeah. So instead of learning orienting, you learn how to calm down.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think I will be good at all in orienting myself here, and all these red lines, green lines, and I just was like, oh my God. But I was like, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? I can probably end somewhere else where I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But I used to reflect every day. Why? What was the reason why I was there? Because there is always something that you understand later on, not in a moment. And every single time I ended somewhere else, something happened that had to lead me to my future.
Wow, that's amazing. That's
Yes.
amazing. So you
Yes.
believe that city, urban planning and architecture leads to, or getting lost in a city leads to the future possibilities.
Yes, because there's, put it like this, 3 things that can happen. 1, if you panic and you try to calm down, you probably start observing other things that you otherwise don't, because you need to find place. And then oh, that was beautiful. Probably I will take some minutes before I look for my real place I should be. I would see this. Oh, what a beautiful. And then you take pictures and so on. The other thing is that, okay, I'm not finding my place, and then you have to talk to people. And then when you explain for them, then you suddenly meet someone that can change the course of your life somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
So it's important to communicate with people even if you don't know them, and maybe
Yes.
in your case, even if you're not lost in the city, but communicating with people in the city that you don't know is very important.
Yeah, it is. Because it was one person I asked for guidance, and then he was very nice and he tried to explain, and then he tried to explain Spanish because I was not having this Swedish training. So I was trying to communicate somehow. I was reading in the library and so on. So I do it myself. And then I met this one many years later. And this guy remembered me. And long story short, I helped him the second time I met him on the girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a payback.
Yeah, he got really pay back because the girlfriend needed some help with something that I could help her with. And
Yeah. Could you put a bit closer, please? Yeah.
No.
So how was it to find the job? I know it's a big challenge for newcoming people to Sweden to find the job, especially with the language barrier. Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, when I came to Sweden, unfortunately, I had to wait half a year until I got a place in this school to learn the Swedish. And for me, it was like, if I decided to be here and have a life, for me, it's absolutely, I start contributing from day one. And when I start looking for a job, my 7 languages were not helpful. The requirement to have the Swedish was everywhere, which I think it's good.
Why?
Because you integrate faster. If you can speak Swedish, you can be easier understand the culture, interact, integrate. So for me, I was not disappointed. I was challenged in a happy way, but I was in a hurry because I wanted to have an income and contribute where I was living together with my boyfriend and to society.
So you didn't complain, you'd be like, oh my God, why is Sweden is like this? Why do I need to learn Swedish?
Never. I felt it was a challenge. Okay, then I have to do something. 6 months, then I have to go to the library and read more, try to schedule myself and try to find a job. But what kind of job? So, one thing I didn't have was someone who could guide me. Look, there is all of these alternatives. But I was going everywhere, like for example, all these different places where you could talk to people and so on, but it was not as much information as it is now.
Yeah, because now there is an official institute that guides you, right?
Exactly. And if it was already then, it didn't reach me. And I was very social, but I was not finding those different helpful instruments for me.
So you studied language for the first 6 months, right?
No, I actually, if I was thinking, I can't just be like this. So I took these yellow pages and I start looking for different hotels and so on, and start calling them and trying to speak my 10% Swedish mixing with English, because I wanted them to understand I'm trying.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, take it in English. 3 days after I was calling, asking for the recruiter or someone that could tell me if there was some job for me, which was not the way to look a job here. It was completely wrong. But they helped me. They said, no, you have to do like this. I can help you. Let me call this person for you. So it ended that I got a clean job. And I remember someone I met from Peru here was like, oh my God, you have a huge academic
background.
How can you go there? I said, this is fantastic. Come on, I'm starting from zero here. So I have to climb somehow. And if I can't do it with my language, then I'm gonna do it somehow. But I'm gonna contribute and I'm gonna put one of my foot in that market. And then I start talking and so on and interacting more. I had my daily routine that as soon as I was ready, around 2, I put my nice dress and so on with 40 paper CVs because I should go and look for a job.
So never give up.
No, not at all. Some laugh a little bit. You could call it like bullying, but it's not bullying. It's because some people that were working with me, they were like 10 years, 15 years, and they were professionals. And they told me, you have to forget that because it's not easy. And when you tell me things are not possible, I get allergic. You can go and tell my mom and my dad why they raised me up like that, but they always told me everything is possible. You don't ever let people's thoughts define how you're gonna do your own journey. So no, I try. And 2 months later,
only
got a job. But at the same time, I talked to my manager when I was cleaning this place, and I asked, would it be interesting if I could probably get like an assistant job in the office? Look, this is my background and so on. Oh, this is interesting, but then you couldn't see that someone in the field could go and have a journey, a career. And I said, but imagine, and then she, yes, Cristina, imagine if you show everybody that it's possible to grow with the company. And I think that was really completely new then. And she was like, let me check. Long story short, when I got this contract and I was happy to tell her that I got this, she wanted to tell me that I got the spot. So I had to say, oh, so sorry, but I said, could you give this to
other person,
because I need to believe that it's possible.
So you got a new job.
What
was it about?
The job was about a project that it was very difficult to find a person because the profile was someone who speaks these languages. And I was check. Someone that has been working with change management and project management, and that was check. And then they wanted someone that could be strong in building relationships.
Okay, they mean Cristina.
And I was like, and trying to make things happen with very strong-minded persons and people and so on. I think it was a lot. I didn't know where it was. It was like an assignment. And then I understood it was in the telecom industry.
Okay.
There started my journey.
Yes, the big journey.
Yeah.
So now you're from your story, the importance of fighting and keep fighting to get the job that you feel it fits with you. Like you never give up, never give up. You're still like sending your CVs. You are calling because what I wanted like to highlight now, I meet many people that's really giving up already when they arrive to Sweden. I understand. I was one of the people that being in war and moving to Sweden, starting from zero. I understand completely, but at the same time, I believe that we get a new life and we should just keep going, even we are so much tired of everything happening in our countries. So this is a very powerful message that you should never give up, keep going, studying, looking for a job, developing your skills.
Yeah, I think the mindset here is very important. Focus in the good things that are going on. If you are interacting with some person, instead of focusing, oh, that person looked at me a little bit strange, that person looked you in a nice way too. Because we all react and we don't know what kind of body language we have. I don't know what kind of body language I have. I am not looking at myself all the time, but probably I can, with easy, give a wrong message. So don't go there. Look for the good things that you are getting from every person, because they will always give you something. So when you look at that, then you get like, oh, it's possible. Then I will do this. Then I will try that. And and if it goes wrong, you can always fix it, right?
Yeah, of course. So you went to the telecom industry.
Telecom industry, huge global telecom industry.
Yeah, and there the big journey started.
Very.
Tell me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's huge. And complex. A lot of cultures, diversity everywhere, but at the same time, to deliver things with speed and quality.
Okay.
You become like, you have to start really being like sharp in what you're doing, which is really nice. Then you develop a lot. You meet a lot of interesting people. Oh, nice. So nice. I enjoyed my 18 years there.
18 years.
18 years. I stayed there 18 years because it's so huge that it's like a little world. And my journey there feels like I've been in many industries, but it was just one industry because I did a lot of career jumps.
Okay.
What do I mean with that? That I started with, R&D, research. I was in the lab. And then I got the feedback, oh, you're really good for this stuff and, research. And honestly, I know I'm good because I'm good analyzing things and I could do that really nice. But I was like, but I love more people. I need more interaction. So I just turned left or right, whatever you say, and I took HR part, and then it was finance, and then it was master data, and every single area you can imagine, I've been there. And the amazing thing is that I even headed organizations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. That first leadership role, I will never forget how it started.
So they really believed in you, or is it okay? This is how I formulate the question. Yes. Did they believe in you, or you showed enough skills so they believe in you?
It started with a decision. They announced we need leaders to perform transformation with XXX. Those who are interested, just let us know. Apply or whatever. I didn't apply. I stand there and I said, it's time for me I think I could do this. I am transformation myself. I've been in a lot of transformations. Integration is a huge transformation. So people that are integrated right now, don't forget that you're very strong transformation. Yeah, transformation, change makers. So I felt that I am gonna go and talk to them. So I visit immediately after the meeting, the gentleman that was announcing this. And I just wanted to talk about what was the role because I was very interested. And then, of course, he mentioned that I could apply. Of course, I could apply, but first I want to know what I want to get into.
What trouble I'm getting.
And there were a lot of troubles. There were a lot of things there. Of course, challenges a lot.
Yeah.
And I understood why they wanted this because it was a huge transformation. And he told me later on, after I changed career because he was my first mentor, that he liked that I followed my first decision and that I didn't take the obvious one.
Yeah.
Go and do it like following the routine, send the application, that I wanted to understand. He liked it very much. And I said, I need to understand before I even take a step.
So you also, in this specific moment, made your own creative move.
It was very creative. He told me that was really outside the box, And I said, well, thank you. I like that kind of feedback.
Out of the box.
I liked it. I didn't think it was creative or outside the box. I was just looking for information.
Yeah. So it's also important that you should think out of the box.
Very.
And not only following the system.
Yeah, because that first impression really matter. And I said, okay, you can go and apply and check and we will see. And there were others also, of course. I wasn't the only one because there were a lot of people interested.
I can imagine.
And there were these tests, psychological tests, and and it was like really heavy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then I got an opportunity. It was a very, very interesting journey.
Yeah. And after all,
I am very...
After 18 years.
After 18 years, yeah.
You became an HR?
HR head, yes. Also in one organization there. And what I enjoyed the most was to develop people. Help them to develop, to grow. I even was so into that I was like, if they need my shoulders, just climb so you can climb higher. And they were like, really? Yeah, try me. Come and climb. Use me as your tool, your support. And I'm happy to see all of those wonderful people working with me that now they are like shining everywhere.
Yeah.
Shining. I'm so happy for them.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're friends now. I'm not the manager anymore.
Yeah. So, but after 18 years, you made also a new move.
Yeah.
You were not happy with the position, or you didn't feel that it's challenging anymore?
I was happy with the position, and the last position I got there, it was a very important one because I was in a team where we were designing and helping to build next steps. It was huge. I was very honored to be one of these globally. Come on, how many people is there? And suddenly I was sitting there and it was like the dream. Somehow I was always looking for my own journey, and I felt that it was time to continue my own journey. So that was the moment when I decided I will turn left this time. I love a lot that company.
Yeah.
Always my heart there.
Of course, 18 years.
Yeah, it's a fantastic company which believed in me once they saw me working, and I never seen or felt that I was like not a part of it. And so I found amazing opportunities there.
Yeah.
So it was the time for me to show me.
You.
Yes.
So you started your own company now.
yeah, and then I started my own company, and then I was like so into that I told my husband, okay, now let's start another one with you. And then and then he also left his job, and then there was two companies, and one of them, the one that he's driving now, is like built upon his competencies, and it was amazing. It's going great, and now I'm a member of the board there. It's all my activation there. And then the other one that is closer to my heart is growing organic.
What is it about?
It's about personal development, and it's about helping people to stop getting stuck and just find that strength that everybody has. But sometimes, there is a lot of limiting beliefs and so on, and experiences we all go through life, and it depends on your perspective and so on. Then you need to start believing in your strengths and even in those weaknesses, because your weaknesses are your strengths a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
So you have to just put in the middle and get stronger again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you like it now, being on your own company, not managing an empire?
My company is like, it's a place where I enjoy a lot, providing lectures, helping people to learn new things and more things about them. And at the same time, I am the best of many worlds because I have many hats. I still have one, I am an employee as well, because I don't want to forget how it is. And there is things there that are very valuable. And in another industry, I enjoy having colleagues also, and at the same time enjoy being this entrepreneur, doing other things. Enjoy TED.
Yeah.
I enjoy a lot of other forums I'm part of.
Yeah.
Like mentorship forums and
You did a really crazy journey from the first day you come to Sweden, and now after how many years you have been now in Sweden?
Yeah.
20 something?
Yeah, 22.
22 years.
Yeah.
How do you define integration, and how the newcomers to Sweden can be integrated in the society, and how the society can host and integrate the newcomers instead of having us and them, two groups?
Yeah. I think when I arrived, I felt it integrated, like, or in this kind of getting integrated, getting into that from the beginning, because I was trying all the time to be part of.
Okay.
It was my responsibility to try to understand what is going on and try to say, okay, here, this one, who can help me with this and who can help me with that. And I always got help. I always got answers. So the moment I was interacting with people, the moment I was exploring things here in Sweden, I was completely integrated. I felt like I was part of. The moment I was home and letting my thoughts go into, sometimes we're humans, and I don't have a friend.
They're racist.
No, never that. But it was like, I don't have a best friend, and I was like, the other part of my head was like, how long have you been here then? How long have you been best friend of your best friend in Peru? It's like many years. So build your friendship, and then you will have your very best friend here too. And I have a lot of very good best friends.
Yeah. So you believe in order to be integrated in the society, you as a person, like a newcomer to Sweden, should take the lead and be active and try to fit into the society, and not waiting to the society to take care of you.
Yeah, because then I'm not taking my responsibility, because this is my life. how do I want to have my life here? I want to be fully integrated. I want to be part of. I want to contribute. But then it's me too that has to look for the opportunities and say, here I am. Because if I don't, how can I let that part of my responsibility lay somewhere else?
Yeah. If you don't take care of your future, why should they do it?
Exactly. And if they see that I'm trying, that I'm looking for things, and people help you. Everybody wants to help.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So you always got a positive response from people every time you asked for help.
Yeah, I never. And if someone was busy, he was like, do you think we can take it this other time? And I was like, cool. And then was that other time. And I got more than I was thinking because I was scheduled. So I got my time. And I understood, okay, probably I will schedule things because I get more time when I schedule. Because I was very spontaneous. Like, you don't know this, how I can do that, and so on.
Yeah.
So it's powerful to understand the routines in the place you're moving to.
So the responsibility is yours.
Always.
Integration responsibility is yours.
It's my life.
Yeah.
My integration is my job. And of course, if people see that you are trying, they will help.
Yeah.
My son, he's very aware of my journey. I've been telling him like a story that, instead of telling about Cinderella, it's like Cristina's journey. Yeah. Bedtime stories was my story.
Yeah.
Because it's important for me that he's Swedish, of course, but I want him to remember the legacy. And I always tell him, your mother is doing this, and he sometimes get very like, Mom, you shouldn't do that, when I'm like working with a little bit, physical work in the garden or whatever it is, or building or painting, and I'm like, I'm a hard worker, I do stuff.
Yeah, I see in your Instagram stories. You never sit down, always doing something.
Yeah, and he's like, would you like me to help you, or you want Daddy? I said, I will absolutely ask for help when I need it, but right now I'm doing it. And you know what? It's very important for me that he understands, and I'm raising a man that is gonna respect women as an equal, because I'm telling him, when you see me doing all these things that you probably think that Daddy is stronger, understand that we all women can also do the same. So I'm raising you, you're a boy, I don't have daughters, but we never know you got a daughter. So raise her strong.
Yeah.
And believe in her abilities to do it. And wait until she says, I want help. Don't take it from her until she says she needs help.
Yeah.
Because this is also a way when we can wake up awareness about integration, respect, equality.
True. And Cristina, now it will be 2 years since I met you in TED.
Time flies.
Yeah. And you always I see you like helping people without getting paid, how to say, showing them the possibilities. And recently many people that new arrived to Sweden. So why you're doing that? You're a professional coach, you have your life now, but why you still help, let's say, how do I say, coaching people for free or trying to push people? What's your point?
Because I wished I had someone by my side. Things could have been more easy to understand. Sometimes I needed someone to talk to. Of course I had my boyfriend, but he was not sharing an immigrant journey. He's Swedish. And he tried to understand me, but I wished I had someone that was wearing the same shoes.
Yeah.
And when I see these young people, and they sometimes I am going to be very honest. Sometimes I get like phone calls, like at least 1 2 a week. Yes. Someone that is from other country, young professional. Oh, hey, are you Cristina? I heard that you could give me some guidance and so on. And then I you know what? I stopped asking who told you about me because it
You don't have
doesn't
time.
matter. It doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
said, how do you know about me? And then, no, because there is a girl that she got a lot of guidance from you and she feels that she's in a good place right now. I said, it doesn't matter who is. Of course, if you want help, you will get help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I guide them and I tell how to do this and try to coach them.
Yeah.
And sometimes I bring up stories from my time in the same period of time, same situation as they are. Sometimes they are like a little bit confused about this means this or this means that. Why they do this? Do they mean this? They don't mean that. If nobody tells you what they mean, you don't assume.
Yeah.
And when you say that, then they are like, okay, you don't assume. You are not gonna lose your time assuming. If you have some question, you ask.
Exactly.
You ask.
So the conclusion is that you should be active, you should take the lead, you should act and not to wait for something, for a miracle to happen.
You have to work for your stuff. You have to, if you want things happen, you have to
make them happen.
Yeah.
Basically.
Nobody's gonna make them happen for you.
No.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Probably someone. But how long are you gonna wait?
Exactly.
We don't have time.
Exactly. And I'm very happy that you join the podcast here and you give your time, your valuable time to record this episode. Thank you so much again, Cristina.
No, it was very nice of you to invite me. I'm very, very happy to be here and I hope people that start their journey as me get some tips on how to think.
Exactly. And this is the aim of the podcast, that I'm interviewing people that are working directly or indirectly with city development, and you developed your skills in order to be part of the city, because city is not only about the physical structure, there's a hidden structure.
Exactly.
And I believe this type of conversation is very valuable for me as an urban planner, so I understand how people act and what's happening, the stories behind the walls, or
Exactly. It is. We talk about life in the city. Yeah, life is there. You can see it, but this is what I'm talking about right now. Is about the soul.
Yeah.
And soul creates life.
Exactly. So in this podcast, I also explore what is a smart city together with my guests. So if I ask you, what is a smart city? How do you define a smart city?
I immediately see a lot of perspectives. Smart city, it's the city that fosters innovation, and when you foster innovation, that takes lead, finding sustainable and suitable, technique. It could be other things, not only IoT, but it could go to, sustainable climate solutions. It's everywhere. It's not only about what you see in a city. It's all around it that is gonna help to support, but not only taking care of that specific, but being part of the bigger picture. What is good for Earth? At the same time that you get things more effective, serving people in the right way. But don't forget people, because if they develop and they get smarter, developing, understanding things, they get aware. Exactly. And I'm doing a metaphor now with equipments and things that are going to help the city to be smarter. Imagine people getting this awareness and understanding things. They evolve together with the city. So life in the city and the smart city that you get suddenly have a smart souls. Wow. Imagine
Yeah.
what could happen then.
Yeah. So you mean the smart city is about being smart in investing in people and being smart in order to develop a smart city.
Yeah, because when you get awareness, you understand things, how interactions between people work, then your mindset see other perspectives than just looking for smart components that will make things smarter for the city. But behind a smart city, it's smart people.
Exactly. So it's more about people, not the tech.
Yes. Foster innovation. And
Yeah.
when you foster innovation, open eyes, learn things, meet people, understand perspectives, explain things for people. If you don't understand, ask, and then suddenly,
Yeah.
oh,
And when it comes to your field, you're in love with communication, storytelling. How do you make it in a smart way? Is there a smart storytelling?
there is always storytelling. Everybody loves it. You just sit down and listen, and I think there is a way to explain things for people about this smart city and smart people. I'm not talking about IQ. It's nothing to do with that. For me, smart is people that understands, not just from their perspective, but they take the time to ask, take time to get it. Then you're like, okay, so this was like this, not like that. Okay. And then you become humble. And when you become humble, then you start looking for things that are really good for not only for you, but for society. You become a very interesting component of community. You become community. It's like your body, you are not anymore one cell. You're the body.
Yeah, yeah. So it's also a powerful message for us working with city development that we need to ask people to understand how people behave, move in the city, how do they use city.
I think yes, because then you get the soul.
Yeah, and the life of the city that we're always aiming for, like creating the smart and livable city.
Exactly, exactly.
It was very inspiring episode, Cristina. Thank you so
Really,
much
thank
again.
you. Thank you so much for this moment.
How would you like to summarize this conversation and 3 takeaway messages?
Yeah, the first one is that change is everywhere. We have talked about integration, transformation, and all this journey. Everybody is into the change. Change is, we cannot avoid it. But change is there, and it's always your decision needed on how you're going to handle that change. So to everybody there, out there, you have more power than you think. It's all about a decision. During this interview, I've been talking about decisions. It has been a lot of decisions. Own your decisions. If you don't decide, you don't take a decision about one change or how you're gonna do, or how are you gonna, do something new, or where are you gonna go, or how are you gonna talk to someone. Take your moment and think about the decision, because if you don't make a decision, that is a decision too. And that is a decision that you will never be able to control because you let it be. You lose responsibility of that decision, and then it's like, okay, this is gonna be bigger, a bigger issue. But once you take a decision, it doesn't matter if it's a not so good decision, but you can control it. Your mistake, you can fix it. Always.
Yeah.
That's one. So take your decisions, own your decisions, don't let decisions just not be decisions.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing a rap song.
Isn't it? Outside my comfort zone. And the second one is that we all can support each other somehow. We can all help each other. And help is not all the time finances or give people to fish and they don't need to learn how to fish and no, it's about sometimes one question that you give to someone that has a huge question mark can open the answer for them. How can I do that? Yeah, if I were you, what would you tell me? And then they suddenly, so you can just give so much asking a question.
And the third takeaway message.
The third takeaway is like, be curious and don't assume things. Try to understand. Because when I'm curious and I try to understand, there's no time to judge. Never time to judge. Because you're busy trying to understand. And once you understand, you suddenly see that years go by and you say, I don't used to judge. I'm like that or what? No, because I understand. Then you create a smarter city because it's getting more into becoming a little cell of the body.
Yeah.
Everybody interact.
Yes.
I want to understand you. Okay, arm. So how you move, and then leg, and so on, and no time for criticism.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Cristina, for this inspiring, I will not call it episode, but a coaching.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Do you have the 3 hashtags for the episode?
Oh, insights, evolution, awareness.
Wow, powerful. Thank you so much again, and I'm really happy, excited. I'm looking forward to record one more episode in the future about one more interesting topic.
This was a very interesting topic, and it was a pleasure. And I am here anytime.
Yes, because as I mentioned in the beginning, we always, as an urban planners, architects, people working with city development, we always think about the physical structure, but not so much about the soft values, the soul, as you mentioned, the soul of the city. So this kind of conversation is really needed, and thank you.
Thank you, Mustafa. Thank
so
you.
What is going to be your next step? I know you're you like challenges.
Every day it's outside that comfort zone, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of exciting endeavors every day. And life is good.
Life is always good. It's a mindset, right? It's a mindset.
Yeah. Evolution starts with awareness.
Yeah, the famous quote by Cristina Söderberg. Thank you so much again, and thank you for listening to Urbanistica podcast. Please follow on Instagram and subscribe the YouTube channel. If you have any great story that makes our city smarter, please contact me. Urbanistica has been produced in collaboration with Landskapslaget that works with landscape architecture, urban planning and design based in Stockholm. I am Mustafa Sharif. Keep up the good work. Keep loving cities.